Lily stared at the strange purple glow coming from her backyard garden. She pulled her robe tighter as the winter wind cut through the thin fabric. Her curiosity won over caution, and she stepped outside into the frigid night. The snow crunched under her slippers as she moved toward the light. The glow came from behind her tool shed. Lily moved closer, step by step, heart pounding in her chest. Something was there. Something that did not belong in her small town garden. When she rounded the corner, she froze. A woman lay curled on the frozen ground. But she was unlike any woman Lily had ever seen. Her skin was a soft lavender color that seemed to pulse with gentle light. Her body was long and slender, with limbs that bent at unusual angles. Her face was mostly human except for large almond-shaped eyes and small ridges where eyebrows should be. The strange woman was clearly hurt. Small cuts on her arms leaked a silvery liquid that glowed in the moonlight. Her breathing came in sharp gasps, and she trembled violently from cold or fear or both. The remains of what looked like a spacesuit lay torn around her. Lily should call someone, the police, the army, someone who dealt with things like alien visitors. But as the creature looked up at her with those enormous frightened eyes, Lily felt something shift inside her. This was not a threat. This was someone lost and hurt far from home. She knelt beside the alien woman, speaking softly as one might to a wounded animal. "I won't hurt you." The alien did not respond to the words, but seemed to understand the tone. She stopped trying to crawl away. Her large eyes blinked rapidly, studying Lily. "Can you stand?" Lily pantomimed the action of getting up. The alien woman seemed to understand. She struggled to rise, swaying dangerously. Lily reached out to steady her, surprised at how light she felt despite being taller than Lily by at least a foot. They made their way slowly to the house, the alien limping beside her, leaving strange footprints. In the snow footprints that showed 6 toes splayed wide for balance, Lily opened her back door, hoping none of her neighbors were watching. She guided the alien woman inside and closed the door behind them. The alien froze just inside the door. Her eyes grew impossibly wider as she took in the kitchen. The normal human space seemed to overwhelm her. She reached out to touch the refrigerator, jerking back when it hummed. She stared at the ceiling lights with what looked like wonder or fear. Lily guided her to a chair. The alien sat awkwardly as if chairs were a new concept. She kept looking around, touching things. The wooden table, the cloth napkins, a ceramic mug. Each object seemed to fascinate her. Lily filled a glass with water and offered it to her guest. The alien sniffed it, then took a small sip. Her eyes widened and she drank deeply. After she finished, she looked at Lily and made a musical sound from deep in her throat. It wasn't English, but the meaning seemed clear enough. "Thank you." "What happened to you?" Lily asked, knowing she would not be understood. "Where did you come from?" She pointed upward to the sky. The alien followed her gesture and nodded. She raised her hand, making a swooping motion, followed by a crash mime. She had fallen from the sky. Lily brought out her first aid kit. The alien watched with interest as Lily cleaned the silvery wounds. The cuts were not deep, but the alien winced as Lily worked. After bandaging the worst injuries, Lily found some clothes that might fit her guest. The alien studied the sweatpants and t-shirt before figuring out how to put them on. She seemed delighted by the soft fabric, running her 6-fingered hands over it repeatedly. They needed to communicate. Lily took out her phone and opened a translation app, but what language would an alien speak? She tried drawing pictures on paper. The alien picked up the pen with surprising dexterity and drew what looked like a star system. Then she drew what might have been a spaceship and made the crashing motion again. Over the next few hours, they developed a simple sign language. Food was indicated by touching the mouth, water by a drinking motion, sleep by hands pressed together against one cheek. Danger was hands waved frantically. The alien learned quickly, copying Lily's movements exactly. When Lily showed her guest to the spare bedroom, the alien seemed confused by the bed. She touched the pillow, the blankets, the mattress, as if they were strange artifacts. Finally, she curled up on top of the covers in a position that looked uncomfortable to Lily, but seemed natural to the alien's sleep. Well, Lily said from the doorway, not knowing if she was understood. The alien woman made a soft musical sound in response. It might have been good night in her language or something else entirely. Lily closed the door gently and leaned against the wall, her mind racing. She had an alien in her guest bedroom. What was she supposed to do now? Call authorities, that seemed dangerous. The government would take the alien away to be studied. Pretend everything was normal. That seemed impossible. What if the alien's people came looking for her? What if she was dangerous? Lily checked the news on her phone. Nothing about strange lights in the sky or crashed spaceships. Whatever brought the alien to Earth was not public knowledge yet. That night, Lily slept poorly, waking often to check on her guest. The alien slept soundly, her chest rising and falling in a rhythm slightly faster than human normal. Her skin glowed faintly in the darkness, casting soft purple shadows on the walls. Morning came with no answers but many questions. Lily made breakfast eggs and toast. The alien watched the toaster with fascination when the bread popped. Up she jumped back in alarm. When she tried the food, she seemed to enjoy it, making pleased humming sounds. Lily had to go to work. She could not call in sick without raising questions, but leaving the alien alone seemed risky. She tried to explain. Using gestures, I go. She pointed to herself and then to the door. I come back. She pointed to the door and then herself again, making a circle with her finger to indicate later. The alien nodded, seeming to understand. Stay here? Lily pointed to the floor. Emphatically, the alien nodded again. Lily showed her how to use the bathroom, explained as best she could that she should stay away from windows and not answer the door. Then, with great reluctance, Lily left for work all day. Lily worried. What if someone saw the alien? What if she accidentally hurt herself trying to use human appliances? What if she was transmitting their location to an invasion fleet? That last thought made Lily pause. Was she being paranoid or prudent? She had no framework for this situation. When she returned home, heart pounding with anxiety, she found the alien sitting exactly where she had left her. The television played the news, the volume low. The alien turned to Lily and did something astonishing. She spoke, "Hello, Lily." The pronunciation was odd with musical notes between syllables, but the words were clear. You can talk. Lily gasped, "How I learn." The alien pointed to the television. I watch. I listen English. Not hard. The grammar was broken but understandable. The alien had learned basic English in a single day, just from watching television. Lily sat down across from her guest, feeling lightheaded. "What do I call you?" she asked. "Do you have a name?" The alien made a series of musical tones that Lily could never hope to pronounce. "Maybe I should give you an Earth name," Lily suggested. "Something easier for me to say." The alien nodded. She pointed to the television, where a nature show now displayed a starry night sky. "Star," she said. She pointed to herself. "Star," Lily repeated. "You want to be called Star?" The alien shook her head. She pointed again at the brightest star on the screen. "Nova," she read from the caption. "Nova," Lily nodded. "That fits. You came from the stars." Nova smiled, a surprisingly human expression. "I come from stars, yes. Far stars." She pointed up. "My home gone now." She made the crashing motion again. "Ship broken, others." She held up 7 fingers. "Dead." She lowered 5 fingers. "Only 2 live me." And she paused, seeming to search for words. "Friend Captain, there are more of you." Lily felt a chill. "Where is the other one?" Nova pointed northeast. "Captain Hyde Forest safe." So there were 2 aliens on Earth now. Lily took a deep breath. "And why are you here?" Nova looked sad. "Accident. Not plan. Come here, fly near. Learning mission, we study." She made a motion like she was collecting something. "Data information star system yours. We stay far. Watch only storm in space." She made a whooshing noise with her mouth. "Damaged ship." "We fall." Lily tried to process this. They were researchers studying our solar system. Something damaged their ship and they crashed, 2 survivors, Nova and her captain. What did that mean for Earth? What did it mean for Lily? Nova seemed to sense her concern. No danger. We peaceful, she said. We need help. Fix ship. Go home can. I meet your captain, Lily asked. Is that possible? Nova considered this. She needs help. She pointed to Lily. You help me. You help her. Lily knew she was crossing a line that could never be uncrossed, but her curiosity and compassion would not let her turn back now. Take me to her, she said. Nova nodded. Tomorrow, she agreed. We go tomorrow. That night, Lily lay awake, wondering what she had gotten herself into. She had gone from ordinary small-town garden center manager to alien harborer in less than 24 hours. She should be terrified. Yet something about Nova felt trustworthy. The fear in those large eyes had been real. The gratitude, too. Why would an advanced species capable of interstellar travel need to trick a human? As dawn broke, Lily made a decision. She would help Nova and her captain. She would keep their secret. Whatever came next, they would face it together. Human and aliens united by circumstance and perhaps by something more. Something like friendship across the stars. Morning came with a pale winter sun. Nova stood by the window, her purple skin catching the light in strange ways. She wore clothes Lily had given her, jeans and a sweater that seemed too bright against her lavender skin. Her long fingers traced patterns on the glass, following snowflakes as they fell. Lily packed a backpack with supplies, water, food, first aid supplies, flashlights, and extra clothes. She had no idea what to bring to meet an alien captain, but being prepared seemed wise. Nova watched, with interest, occasionally pointing to objects and saying their names in English. Her vocabulary grew by the hour. They left the house at midday. Lily wore hiking boots and a heavy coat. The temperature had dropped overnight and fresh snow covered the ground. Nova seemed unbothered by cold. Her people evolved on a colder world, she explained as they walked toward the forest that bordered the town. They followed animal trails through the trees, Nova leading with confidence. She moved with strange grace, her body flowing in ways that seemed impossible for human joints. Her footprints in the snow revealed her alienness, 6-digit impressions that no one would mistake for human or animal. You sure you know where to go? Lily asked as the forest grew thicker. Around them, pine trees swayed in the wind, their branches heavy with snow. The sky had darkened, promising more snowfall. They had been walking for over an hour now, the town long out of sight. Nova nodded. She pointed to her eyes. I see. Different, she explained. Captain leaves marks only. I see. Her eyes caught the light, reflecting with a slight golden sheen. Lily realized Nova could see things invisible to humans. Perhaps energy signatures or trail markers left specifically for her. They climbed a steep hill, their breath clouding in the cold air. At the top, Nova stopped, suddenly raising one hand in warning. She made a series of musical sounds that echoed through the trees. A response came, faint and melodic, from somewhere ahead. She knows we come, Nova said. We follow now. But careful, Captain, afraid. They descended into a small valley where a stream ran partially frozen. The forest was dense here, old growth trees forming a canopy that blocked much of the light. Nova led them to what appeared to be a solid rock face covered with moss and vines. She reached out and passed her hand through it. Hologram, Nova explained. Not real. See. Her hand disappeared into the rock. Lily reached out tentatively, her fingers meeting no resistance, where stone should be. She stepped forward, passing through the illusion. Inside was a cave, but not a natural one. The walls were smooth, almost polished, glowing with a soft blue light. A small craft sat in the center, damaged but still impressive. It was perhaps the size of a small car, oval, shaped with no visible windows or doors. Its surface was metallic, but seemed to ripple like water when Lily looked at it directly. Beside the craft stood another alien, this one taller than Nova, with darker skin closer to deep purple than lavender. Ridges ran along the skull where hair would be on a human. The captain's face was more alien than Nova's, with features that seemed to shift subtly as Lily watched. Despite the differences Lily could see, they were the same species. Nova made musical sounds, clearly explaining Lily's presence. The captain responded with sharp tones that needed no translation to convey disapproval. Lily stood awkwardly as the aliens argued in their singing language. Finally, the captain turned to Lily. Those eyes studied her with intelligence that felt ancient and knowing. "You bring human Nova," explains this choice. The captain's English was better than Nova's, each word precisely formed, though still carrying musical undertones. "Dangerous for all I want to help," Lily said, feeling suddenly small in the presence of this being. "I found Nova. I gave her shelter. I can help you too." The captain made a sound that might have been a laugh. "We are beyond your help. Human our technology, thousands of years ahead." But the gesture? Nova raised a hand, not human gesture with approval. "I acknowledge." Lily looked at the damaged craft. "So you can't fix it." "Parts missing," Captain explained. "Some destroyed in crash, energy core damaged beyond repair. The ship Nova came in escape pod mine also. Both damaged now. No way call home." "How long have you been here?" Lily asked. 3 of your months," Captain answered. "We study your world from orbit, storm and asteroid belt, damage to main ship, crew 23, dead except us." She gestured to herself and Nova. "We emergency land your planet, hide, observe, study options." "What options?" Lily asked. "Do you have a plan?" Captain touched the ship's surface. It rippled under her fingers. "We salvage parts, try build communication device. Send message to home. Nova has skill with machines. I have knowledge, but missing critical elements." "What elements?" Lily asked. "Maybe I can help find them." Captain studied her with those unnerving, shifting eyes. "Elements not on your world, not in your science crystals that channel energy. Alloys you cannot create." Lily felt disappointment but also relief. If they needed impossible materials, that meant they truly were stranded. They weren't an advanced team for invasion. They were just survivors, trying to get home. "You live here now?" Captain asked. "How you call this place?" "Pine Ridge." Lily answered. "It's a small town. Most people work at the factory or commute to the city." Captain nodded. "Trees, good cover, signal dampening properties, helpful for hiding." Nova spoke rapidly in their language. The captain responded with what seemed like reluctance, then turned to Lily. "Nova suggests compromise. We need supplies, safe place for winter Earth materials to attempt repairs. You help us, we share knowledge. Not all, not dangerous knowledge, but enough to help your life, science, medicine. Small things." Lily considered this. These beings had technology beyond human imagination. Even small bits of knowledge could be incredibly valuable. But more than that, they needed help. They were stranded alone on an alien world. "I will help you," she decided. "But we need rules. You can't let anyone see you. You can't take risks that expose you. I have to work, appear normal. If people start asking questions, we all face danger." Captain nodded agreement. "Wise caution. You set terms. We follow." They spent hours discussing plans. The aliens needed Earth materials, copper wire, aluminum, certain crystals found in electronics, parts from computers and phones common enough that Lily could buy them without raising suspicion. They needed a workspace larger than Lily's house, but somewhere private, secure. Lily thought of her Uncle Pete's old hunting cabin. It sat on 20 acres of woodland away from town. He had died last year, leaving it to Lily. She had visited only once, finding it too remote, too full of memories, but it would be perfect for the aliens. No neighbors, no questions, plenty of space. "We can move you to my cabin," Lily explained, drawing a rough map. "It has electricity running, water." It's isolated, private, perfect. Captain studied the drawing. "We move at dark. Nova and I, both ships too damaged to fly. We carry what we can. How will you move all this?" Lily gestured to the alien craft and equipment scattered around the cave. Captain touched what looked like a bracelet on her wrist. A field of energy surrounded the ship, shrinking it until it was no larger than a softball. The captain picked it up easily. Not all technology damaged. Lily stared in amazement. She had just witnessed something that defied physics as she understood it. These beings truly were advanced beyond human comprehension. Yet they needed her help, her knowledge of Earth, her ability to move freely among humans. Her home, they parted with plans to meet after. Dark Nova would return with Lily to prepare the cabin. The captain would bring their salvaged technology. Nova seemed pleased with this arrangement, the captain still cautious but accepting. The Alliance had formed 3 beings from different worlds. United by circumstances, they walked back through the snowy forest. Lily felt the weight of her decision. She was harboring aliens, helping them rebuild technology. If discovered, she would face consequences she could barely imagine. Yet looking at Nova walking beside her, Lily could not bring herself to regret her choice. Back at the house, Lily packed essentials, food, clothing, tools, anything that might be useful at the cabin. Nova helped, moving with increasing confidence in human spaces. She had adapted quickly, learning not just language but customs, movements, even expressions. "You learn fast," Lily commented as Nova correctly sorted items into appropriate bags. Nova made a sound like gentle bells. "Learn is purpose," she explained. "My role on ship, study new things, record, share knowledge." She tapped her head. "My brain different than yours, made for learning. Designed." Lily paused. "You were created." Nova considered this, searching for words. "Natural evolution, then science help." She tried to explain. "My people very old, long time to change selves, make better, not like you, natural still. But parents choose traits for children. Help species." The concept was both fascinating and disturbing to Lily. The idea of designing future generations, selecting traits like programming a computer. Yet Nova seemed perfectly natural. A person, not a construct. Her emotions were real. Her curiosity, her fear, her gratitude. As evening approached, they loaded Lily's car. Nova hid under blankets in the back seat just in case anyone saw them leaving. The drive to the cabin took nearly an hour along increasingly remote roads. Snow had started falling again, heavy flakes swirling in the headlights. The world seemed to shrink to just this small moving space, containing a human and an alien on an impossible journey. Days turned into weeks. Lily settled into a strange new routine. She would drive to work at the garden center in the morning, returning to the cabin each evening with supplies. The aliens worked tirelessly on their project, transforming the main room into a workshop unlike anything seen on Earth. The captain, who still refused a human name, remained distant and formal. She spent hours studying Earth, broadcasts, absorbing languages, cultures, politics, her quick mind analyzing everything with cool precision. She rarely shared her thoughts with Lily, speaking only when necessary. Her focus remained fixed on one goal: returning to her people. Nova proved different. Her curiosity about Earth seemed boundless. She asked endless questions about everything, from weather patterns to human relationships. She helped Lily cook meals, wanting to understand food preparation. She watched movies with childlike wonder, laughing at comedies, crying at tragedies, her emotional responses so human despite her alien appearance. One evening, as snow fell heavy outside, Lily found Nova standing on the porch staring at the sky. Her purple skin glowed faintly in the darkness. Her breath did not cloud in the cold, suggesting her biology processed oxygen differently. Lily joined her, wrapping a blanket around her own shoulders. "Beautiful," Nova said, gesturing to the snow-covered landscape. "So much water. Your world blessed with abundance." She sounded wistful. "On my world, water rare. Precious, life struggles. Plants few, animals fewer, cities built to conserve every drop." "What is your world called?" Lily asked, realizing she had never thought to ask. Nova made a musical sound impossible for human vocal cords. "In your language, closest meaning would be harmony, harmony," Lily repeated. "That sounds peaceful." Nova nodded agreement. "Our societies find balance long ago. War ended. Hunger ended. Differences respected. Unity achieved." She looked at Lily. "We watch. Earth. See potential. See struggle too. Your people fight over resources. That could feed all, destroy environment that sustains you. Reject science that could save you. Lily felt defensive but couldn't argue the point. Humans were still evolving. Still making mistakes. We're young as a species, she offered. We make mistakes, but we're learning. Nova touched Lily's arm gently, her six-fingered hand warm against human skin. Young, yes, powerful too. Dangerous combination. Her large eyes seemed sad. Captain fears your kind, I do not. I see hope. Inside the cabin, something beeped urgently. Nova straightened alert. The captain called out in their musical language. Nova responded with a series of tones, then turned to Lily. We go inside. Important development. In the main room, the captain stood before a small device that projected holographic images into the air. Symbols and diagrams that meant nothing to Lily, but clearly excited both aliens. Signal detected. Captain explained briefly. Automated distress beacon from main ship, not destroyed, damaged. Drifting in orbit around your moon. Nova made happy musical sounds. This changes everything. She told Lily ship has parts we need. Communication array intact, rescue possible. But how do you get to the moon? Lily asked. Captain manipulated the hologram, showing what appeared to be orbital calculations. If repair small craft, Nova and I can reach ship salvage parts, return. Not permanent solution, but enough to call for help. Hope surged through the room, tangible as electricity. Nova practically danced with excitement. The captain remained controlled, but her posture had changed, tension releasing from her tall frame. For the first time since Lily had met her, the captain looked directly at her with something like warmth. Human, she said formally. Your assistance made this possible. You have our gratitude. Lily felt a complex mix of emotions. Relief that the aliens might find their way home. Pride at having helped them. But also a growing sadness at the thought of Nova leaving. She had grown fond of the alien woman. Her wonder, her kindness, her different perspective on humanity had changed. Lily, what do you need to repair your craft? Lily asked. Focusing on the practical, captain displayed a list of materials in the hologram. Most we can fabricate from what we have, she explained, but need specific earth, metals, copper, gold, silicon. Also power source strong enough for orbit launch. We can get those things. Lily assured them. The metals would be expensive, but not impossible. Gold jewelry could be melted down. Electronics contained silicon. But the power source, that might be harder. As if reading her thoughts, Nova spoke. Power, most difficult. Earth batteries too weak. Need something stronger. Nuclear? Lily asked, alarmed. Captain made a sound like musical laughter. No simpler radioactive material from medical facility or industrial use. Small amount safe in our containment. Lily frowned. That sounds illegal. Dangerous. Captain nodded. Understanding risks. She acknowledged. But necessary. No other Earth material strong enough. This posed a serious problem. Lily had been willing to shelter aliens, buy electronic parts, even steal small things from work. But radioactive material that crossed into territory that could land her in prison. Or worse, the captain and Nova discussed options in their language. Their tones becoming increasingly urgent. Can't you find another way? Lily interrupted. Nova looked troubled. Captain, right? She said softly. No other way. Earth materials too primitive. We try many calculations. Always same answer. Need radioactive material. Small amount. Very small. Not dangerous in our hands. Lily paced the room thinking. The hospital in the city might have what they needed, used for cancer treatments, but security would be tight, and she knew nothing about handling such materials. The risk seemed too great. Captain sensed her hesitation. She approached Lily, her movement fluid, almost floating. We not ask you to obtain this, she said formally. Too dangerous for human. We find way. Nova nodded agreement, but looked disappointed. We keep working, hey? Assured Lily. Find alternative, perhaps. That night Lily lay awake, wrestling with her conscience. She had already committed to helping these beings. She believed they meant no harm to Earth. They just wanted to go home. What would happen if they couldn't? Repair their craft, would they be stranded forever? Eventually they would be discovered. The consequences for them would be dire. Captivity. Experimentation. Possibly worse. Morning brought no clarity. Lily went to work. Distracted. Her manager, Katie, noticed. Everything. Okay, Katie asked as they arranged flower displays. You seem somewhere else today. Just tired. Lily lied. Been doing some renovations at my uncle's old cabin, taking up my evenings. Katie nodded sympathetically. That place way out in the woods, right? Must be lonely. Lily thought of Nova and the captain, the impossible conversations, the glimpses of technology centuries beyond human capability, the friendship forming across species. Not lonely, she said with a small smile. Just busy. During lunch break, Lily scrolled through news on her phone, searching for any mention of strange sightings or government investigations. Nothing appeared in the mainstream news, but on a conspiracy theory forum, someone claimed to have seen lights moving strangely over Pine Ridge 3 nights ago. The post had few responses, most dismissing it as a drone or aircraft. That evening, Lily shared this information with her alien guests. The captain frowned. We grow careless, she said. Testing engines create signature. Still, too weak for government detection, but visible to naked eye. Must be more careful. Nova had spent the day making progress on the craft. The ship's outer shell, now repaired, gleamed in the cabin light. Its surface rippled with colors that seemed to exist, somewhere between normal perception and imagination. The technology both beautiful and disturbing in its otherworldliness. I have solution idea. Nova announced, Lily works at Plant Place Garden Center. Lily corrected. Nova nodded. Garden Center. Has fertilizer. Some fertilizer contains potassium. Small amounts radioactive. Not strong as medical material, but many bags combined. Enough maybe. Captain calculated, quickly displayed results in holographic form. Need 207 bags, she determined. Concentration. Very low extraction. Difficult, time-consuming. Lily considered this fertilizer wasn't restricted. Buying large quantities might raise eyebrows, but she could claim a special order for a farm, or simply take small amounts over time from work. The center stored hundreds of bags in the warehouse. No one monitored exact inventory. This could work, Lily said, but it will take time. Weeks, maybe. Better than nothing. Captain acknowledged. We continue repairs. While you gather material. With renewed purpose, the trio settled into their tasks, the aliens working on the craft, Lily acquiring fertilizer a few bags at a time. She told her manager she was landscaping the cabin grounds, a reasonable explanation for the purchases. Weeks passed, winter slowly releasing its grip. The forest around the cabin showing first signs of spring. Lily had grown accustomed to her double-life garden center manager, by day alien conspirator by night. The strangeness had become normal, the impossible commonplace. Nova continued to learn about Earth, each day bringing new questions, new observations. She absorbed music, art, literature with boundless enthusiasm. She helped Lily plant a small garden beside the cabin, treating each seedling with reverence. The aliens' relationship to plants revealing their homeworld's scarcity. Nova sang to the seedlings, her musical tones seeming to make them grow faster, stronger than they should. The captain remained focused on the repair work, but even she had softened somewhat. Occasionally, joining them for meals, asking careful questions about Earth history, human development. She seemed particularly interested in space programs, technology advancement rates, her questions always precise, always with purpose. 6 months passed since the aliens left Earth. Lily returned to her normal life, her job at the garden center, her small house in town. The cabin remained her secret place. She visited on weekends, remembering, searching the night sky for signs. The crystal Nova had given her sat on her bedside table, ordinary looking to anyone else but warm to her touch. a reminder that she had not imagined it all. Summer faded into autumn. Leaves turned golden, then fell. Frost painted the mornings, silver life continued. But Lily had changed. She studied astronomy books, learned about distant star systems, planted the seeds. Nova had shown her growing strange flowers with remarkable healing properties. She kept these to herself, knowing the world was not ready for such gifts. News reports occasionally mentioned unusual atmospheric phenomena. Lights in the sky. Military exercises, they claimed, testing new aircraft. Lily wondered if other aliens visited, or if Nova and the captain had truly made it home. The crystal remained dormant. No emergencies warranted calling for help. Earth continued its messy, complicated progress, unaware of the visitors who had briefly touched its surface. Then, on a crisp October evening, as Lily drove to the cabin for a weekend stay, her car radio crackled with emergency broadcasts, reports of massive objects entering Earth's atmosphere, government statements urging calm military movements across the country. Lily gripped the steering wheel, heart pounding. She increased her speed, the cabin now her destination more urgent than ever. The forest road twisted through darkness, trees looming in her headlights. When she reached the cabin, she rushed inside, grabbing the crystal. It felt different, vibrating slightly against her palm. She held it up. The glow had intensified, pulses of light moving beneath its surface. She closed her eyes, thinking of Nova, remembering her friend, the danger, the need. The crystal grew hot, almost burning, then went dark. Lily opened her eyes, disappointment flooding through her. Had it failed, or had the message been sent? No way to know. She stepped onto the porch, looking up at the night sky. Stars glittered cold and distant, the heavens silent to her questions. 3 days passed. Lily called, in sick to work, staying at the cabin, monitoring emergency broadcasts. The news grew increasingly alarming. Unidentified craft in orbit, government denials followed by enforced media blackouts. Internet theories ranging from invasion to salvation. Rumors of landings in remote areas. Military cordons around affected zones. Pine Ridge, her small town, mentioned among locations under investigation. On the 4th night, Lily sat on the porch, wrapped in blankets against the autumn chill. The forest around her seemed alive with tension. Animals unusually quiet. Wind moving through trees, the only sound. She stared at the stars, searching for anomalies, movement patterns, anything that might signal Nova's return. A soft humming filled the air. Barely perceptible at first, then growing stronger. The trees swayed, though no wind blew. Leaves spiraled upward, defying gravity. Light bloomed above the clearing, a gentle purplish glow that illuminated the forest floor. Lily stood, heart racing. A ship appeared, not the small craft Nova and the captain had departed in. Something larger, more elegant. Its surface flowed like liquid metal, changing colors as it descended silently to hover just above the ground. No landing gear needed. The ship's anti-gravity field, holding it perfectly stable. A door appeared in its seamless hull, sliding open soundlessly. Nova stood in the doorway. Her purple skin glowed with health. Her large eyes found Lily immediately, joy radiating from her alien features. She stepped from the ship, making the musical sound that Lily had come to recognize as her name in the alien language. "You came," Lily whispered, hardly believing. Nova embraced her. The alien woman smelled of strange spices and something like ozone, friend. She said, "We received your call. The crystal activated emergency protocol. The captain sends greetings." She gestured to the ship. "We come not alone." Lily noticed movement behind Nova. Another alien appeared in the doorway, this one unfamiliar. Taller than Nova, with skin a deeper violet, almost blue. Elaborate markings adorned the skull ridges, suggesting rank or status. Nova spoke in musical tones, clearly introducing them. The new alien studied Lily with eyes that seemed to see through to her soul. "I am coordinator." Nova translated the alien's musical speech, becoming English. "This human helped you, and Captain, yes." Lily replied, feeling suddenly awkward. What does one say to an alien diplomat? The captain and Nova were stranded. I just did what anyone would. The coordinator made a sound like gentle bells. Nova smiled. That means respected one, she explained. Great honor. Many ships arrived, Earth orbit. Government afraid, military response, unfortunate coordinator seeks peaceful contact. You called friend, status activates. Diplomatic protocol, Lily struggled to understand. We called you here. Many ships, Nova nodded. We monitor Earth. Long time. Observe, study. Peaceful contact planned. Eventually, when your world ready. Years from now, but signals from Earth growing concerning. Weapons advanced too quickly. Atmosphere changing dangerously. Self-extinction risk. High Council decided accelerate timeline. Send small delegation observer ships only. Then your crystal activated. Friend protocol coordinator came personally. The coordinator spoke again, musical and flowing. We offer help. Nova translated technology, knowledge, medicine. To begin healing your world. Prevent self-destruction. Share universe wonders. Your leaders resist. Fear difference. Fear loss control. You trusted different. Special. Lily felt overwhelmed. The weight of what was happening pressing down. You want me to help make contact with Earth governments? Nova conferred with the coordinator. They spoke rapidly in their musical language. Finally, Nova turned back to Lily. Governments compromised, she explained. Many factions, different goals. Some want weapons, some want power, few want peace. You trusted friend, not government. Bridge between worlds, but I'm nobody. Lily protested, just a garden center manager. Nova touched Lily's shoulder gently. You saved us, she said. When no reason to help. You showed best of humanity. Compassion. Courage. Curiosity. These qualities. Universe treasures. These qualities worth preserving. Your world stands at crossroads. The coordinator seeks those like you to form first contact group. Outside governments. Outside military. Simple humans with exceptional hearts. The implications staggered Lily. These beings had traveled across space with technology centuries beyond Earth. They could have chosen anyone. Presidents, scientists, military leaders. Instead, they chose a gardener from a small town because she had shown kindness to strangers. What happens now, she asked. The coordinator spoke again. Nova translating, others like you identified. Around your world, different nations, cultures, backgrounds, united by actions, choices. Gathering begins tonight. Council forms. Human voices speaking to human leaders. With our support, you decide. Earth future, we advise only. Lily looked at the ship then. Back at the forest, her cabin. Her simple life, everything familiar, everything safe. The choice seemed impossible, yet already made the moment she had helped Nova. That snowy night months ago. I need to pack some things, she said. The coordinator nodded, understanding, transcending language barriers. Nova beamed with approval. Friend, she said. You continue to prove our faith in humanity. Inside the cabin. Lily moved quickly, gathering essentials. Clothes, photographs, a few mementos. Her life distilled to what would fit in a backpack. She paused at the window, looking out at her garden. The plants Nova had helped her grow, flourishing in the autumn air. She took seeds, carefully wrapped them, pieces of earth to carry forward. When she returned outside, she found Nova examining the garden. Her long fingers gently touching leaf stems, seeds kept safe, she asked. Lily nodded. Yes, I grew them like you showed me. They have healing properties. Nova made a sound of approval. Bridge between worlds, she said. Again. Many bridges needed. Many gardens. The coordinator believes connection through living things, strongest bond. Between species. Between worlds. The alien diplomat had moved to the edge of the clearing, studying earth trees, with evident fascination. The being reached out, touching bark with reverent fingers. The contact seeming to cause the tree to glow briefly from within. Coordinator specializes in biology. Nova explained. Sees life connections, energy patterns. Reads history of worlds, through plants, the songs, trees. Sing. Lily looked at the forest with new eyes, wondering what songs these ancient pines might sing. What stories they could tell to those who knew how to listen. Time to go. Nova said, "The ship awaits. Others. Gather. Meeting place. Secret safe. Far from military areas." The coordinator returned from the tree's approach, addressing Lily directly, musical tones flowing like water. The alien extended both hands, palms up in what seemed a ceremonial gesture. Nova translated, "You are invited to join Council of Earth First Contact Delegation. Your voice equal to all your wisdom valued. This journey changes everything, forward only. No return to before. Are you willing to walk this path?" Lily took a deep breath, looking one last time at her cabin. The place where impossible things had begun. The last anchor to her old life. She turned back to the aliens, taking the offered hands, feeling strange energy tingle along her skin. "Yes," she said, "I am willing." They boarded the ship, the interior, larger than exterior physics defying human understanding. Other aliens moved within, nodding respectfully to Lily, their eyes curious but kind. The door sealed seamlessly. The ship rose without sound, without sensation, yet the ground fell away rapidly, the cabin becoming a tiny dot among trees, the town a cluster of lights, everything Lily had known growing small, distant. The coordinator vessel traveled beyond Earth orbit. The stars streaked past as they entered what Nova called fold space, a method of travel that bent reality itself, allowing vast distances to be crossed in moments. Lily felt no sensation of movement, yet the view screen showed impossible speeds, stars blurring into lines of light, Earth vanishing behind them. "Where are we going?" Lily asked, her voice steadier than she expected. Given the circumstances, Nova adjusted something on a control panel that seemed made of light itself. "Not far," she assured First Gathering Point. Moon far side hidden base established many cycles ago. Observation post for Earth studies. The coordinator added musical tones which Nova translated, "All chosen humans brought. Here First Friendship Council forms. Here safe from interference." The journey lasted minutes, though they traveled hundreds of thousands of miles. The ship slowed, revealing the stark beauty of the lunar landscape. Mountains and craters bathed in harsh sunlight. No atmosphere to soften the edges. Everything in stark contrast, light and shadow. They descended toward what appeared to be an ordinary crater, but as they approached the surface, seemed to ripple and part, revealing a massive structure beneath. A base built into the very rock of the moon, hidden from Earth observation by advanced technology. The ship entered smoothly, settling into a docking bay alongside others of similar design. When the door opened, Lily felt a moment of panic. Expecting vacuum, instead she breathed normally, the air slightly cooler than Earth standard with a faint scent like cinnamon, the gravity lighter making each step feel buoyant, almost like floating. Nova guided her through corridors that seemed grown rather than built, flowing organic shapes lit from within. No harsh edges, nothing like human architecture. The walls themselves seemed alive, responding to their presence, opening new pathways as they approached, closing behind them. Their footsteps made no sound, absorbed by the living floor. They entered a vast chamber, the ceiling arched high above, transparent, showing the star field beyond. Around a circular platform stood other humans, 24 perhaps from every corner of Earth. Different ages, races, genders united by their expressions of wonder and uncertainty, each accompanied by aliens similar to Nova and the coordinator. Though Lily noticed differences in skin tone, markings, height, each alien unique while clearly the same species, the coordinator moved to the center of the platform, raised both arms. The chamber quieted, all attention focusing on the alien leader. The musical language filled the space, rich with harmonics that seemed to touch something deep in Lily's mind. Images forming understanding. Beyond words, the coordinator was welcoming them, explaining their purpose. Offering hope, Nova whispered translations, though increasingly Lily found she could grasp meaning directly. The music bypassing language centers, speaking directly to comprehension. "You Chosen few, the coordinator expressed, represent humanity at crucial moment. Each demonstrated qualities we value: compassion, courage, wisdom. Each helped our kind when discovered on your world. None sought advantage, power, fame. Each acted from heart. This quality rarest in universe. Most precious, a human stepped forward. An elderly woman with dark skin and eyes bright with intelligence. She spoke, voice clear and strong. I am Maya, astrophysicist from Kenya. I found one of your researchers injured. Near my observatory, I helped him heal, and in return, he showed me the stars as I had never seen them. Why now? Why reveal yourselves to Earth now? The coordinator acknowledged the question with a gesture. Your world approaches point of no return. Technology, advancing faster than wisdom. Climate systems reaching collapse threshold. Nuclear arsenals expanding, artificial intelligence developing without safeguards. Actions needed now prevent extinction event. Our studies indicate less than 30 Earth. Years remain before irreversible damage. Many worlds faced similar crisis. Some survived, some did not. Those who survived accepted help. Another human spoke. A young man with features suggesting East Asian heritage. I am Lin from China. I sheltered one of your kind when she crashed in the mountains near my village. I was told others would come eventually, but not like this. Not a fleet. What do you offer us? And what do you ask in return? The coordinator made a sound, like gentle bells. We offer knowledge, technology, medicine to heal your sick energy. That does not poison your air, methods to repair climate damage. We ask partnership, equal exchange, not control, not conquest. Your species determines own path. We guide only those who survived crises, learned value of connection. No species thrives alone. Universe community needs humanity, needs your unique perspective. Lily listened as others shared their stories. A farmer from Brazil who had found an alien observer studying the rainforest. A teacher from Russia who had hidden a crashed researcher from authorities. A doctor from Australia who had treated an injured alien scout. Each ordinary people who had made extraordinary choices. Each now facing the implications of those choices. When her turn came, Lily spoke simply. I found Nova during a snowstorm. She was hurt, afraid I took her in. Later I met the captain, helped them repair their ship, return home. I learned their people have watched Earth for centuries, waiting for the right moment to make contact. They believe that time is now. The coordinator moved to the center of the circle again. This gathering first step only. Soon we approach Earth governments. Together, humans and harmony people, united voice stronger. Many will fear us. Fear. Change fear. Loss of power. Expected natural. We come with patience. Understanding resistance takes time. No force used. Only invitation. Opportunity. Those who wish join progress. Those who need time. Given time. But Earth timeline. Short action needed. Soon. The meeting continued for hours. Each human sharing concerns, questions, hopes. The aliens answering with honesty, sometimes uncomfortable truths. They spoke of other worlds that had rejected contact, only to collapse under their own technological weight. Others that had embraced connection, thriving beyond imagination. The choice always belonging to the inhabitants. The consequences also. Food appeared, though like nothing Lily had seen before. Flavors both strange and wonderful. Nutrition perfectly balanced for human needs. Rooms were provided for rest. The lunar base designed for comfort despite its alien architecture. Lily found herself sharing space with Maya, the Kenyan scientist, and Lin, the Chinese villager. Despite their different backgrounds, they found common ground. Their experiences with the aliens, their hopes and fears for what came next. Maya studied the room with professional interest. They have been preparing for this for decades, perhaps centuries. She observed everything perfectly, adapted for human needs while remaining distinctly alien. A balance. She tapped the wall, which responded with a soft glow. They want us comfortable, but not so comfortable. We forget where we are and who they are. Lynn nodded thoughtfully, picking up what looked like fruit but tasted like nothing found on Earth. When I helped the alien researcher, she showed me something, a simulation of two possible Earth futures. One where we continue alone, our cities drowning, air, unbreathable wars over remaining resources. The other, in partnership with other worlds. Our knowledge expanding. Our problems solved not through conquest but cooperation. She shrugged. I thought it was just a lesson. Now I wonder if it was preparation. Lily examined the crystal nova, had given her now inert its purpose fulfilled. It all seems too convenient, she admitted. Too perfect, each of us chosen because we helped them. But there must be others who turned them away, reported them, tried to capture them. Why show us only the success stories? A musical tone announced Nova's arrival. The alien entered carrying what appeared to be clothing, not Earth design but not entirely alien. Either. Garments that suggested both worlds, both traditions. The coordinator requests your presence, she announced. Tomorrow, Earth delegation. We travel to first meeting United Nations representatives' secret location. Only highest officials. My people already speaking with them. Preparing way. You three selected for first contact. Team. Maya frowned. Suspiciously, you haven't answered Lily's concern. Why show us only those who helped your kind? What about humans who responded with fear? Aggression. Nova made a sound like sad bells. Many such encounters, she acknowledged. Most humans react with fear. When fear controls wisdom, silent hearts close. Voice of protection drowns connection. Those humans not brought here. Not because unworthy, because not ready. Yet for some never ready. This accepted. This respected choice always honored. Even wrong choices, Lynn crossed his arms. And if Earth says no, if we collectively reject your help, what then? Nova considered this question carefully. Council respects sovereignty, she finally said. We withdraw. Observe only minimal interference. Just enough prevent total collapse. Allow rebuilding chance, then try again. When next generation ready. Perhaps better reception, but time lost. Suffering extended. Not preferred outcome, Lily thought of her garden center. The simple plants she tended. The seasons turning. Life growing, dying. Rebirthing in endless cycle. Would Earth follow that pattern too? Rising, falling, rising again. Or would this opportunity, this moment of contact, change everything? The next day brought nervous preparation. The chosen humans fitted with translator devices, small crystals that adhered behind the ear, allowing direct understanding of the aliens' musical language, special garments designed to protect in different environments, while marking them as Earth representatives, not speaking for governments or nations but for humanity itself.